After a 24-year wait, followed by a $462 million box office run, Ridley Scott's 2024 historical epic, Gladiator II, is a global streaming hit. But the director is no stranger to making period films after all. Indeed, Scott's very first movie, The Duellists, was set in 19th century France. The filmmaker later transported audiences to the days of Columbus in 1492, Conquest of Paradise, but the epic movie was met mostly with shrugs. Undeterred by his period film's mixed box office performance, Scott continued pursuing the genre right up to the present day. Kingdom of Heaven depicted the Crusades and was deemed a failure until a director's cut boosted its reputation. The fearless Scott gave new takes on classic stories with his Robin Hood and Exodus, Gods and Kings. He returned to France for the medieval drama The Last Duel and made another foray to that nation for his 2023 epic Napoleon. Ancient Rome has also been the setting for Scott's works and provided the material for arguably his most successful film. Scott's Gladiator won Oscars while dominating the box office in 2000, and after 24 years he finally delivered Gladiator II, which, unlike the original film, had a disappointing theatrical run. Russell Crowe was notably absent from 2024's Gladiator sequel, but the film didn't want for big-name actors, with a cast including Denzel Washington, Pedro Pascal, and rising star Paul Mescal. Months after ending its box office run with $462 million worldwide, Gladiator II is a hit on streaming, topping Paramount Plus's global chart. The movie was released domestically on streaming way back in January, and thus is currently nowhere to be found in the US top 10. Gladiator II's global streaming success comes after the epic release grossed $172 million domestically and $288 million internationally, a split that does not indicate there is much more passion for the franchise overseas than in North America. That the film is currently doing well on streaming around the globe can perhaps be spun as a positive sign for the franchise, but hardly represents overwhelming evidence that Scott needs to get working on Gladiator III ASAP. Perhaps the octogenarian director will soon ramp up work on Gladiator III. He insists he has ideas for another sequel, telling French Premiere back in September, "I'm already toying with the idea of Gladiator III. No, seriously, I've lit the fuse," adding, "The ending of Gladiator II is reminiscent of The Godfather, with Michael Corleone finding himself with a job he didn't want and wondering, 'Now, Father, what do I do?' So the next film will be about a man who doesn't want to be where he is." Scott's last update revealed he had written 8 pages of Gladiator III. The director gave a vague tease of the story, saying it would deal with Lucius on the throne, from which he would finally realize Marcus Aurelius' dream of Rome. Scott also said the sequel would likely stay out of the arena altogether, removing the gladiators from Gladiator. The franchise could manage without Crowe's Maximus, but it would be hard to see the appeal of Gladiator II if there were no action scenes in the arena. Scott must have a very meaty, dramatic idea if he thinks he can continue the franchise without its main hook.